Hello, friends. I am Geoff Fienberg back here with you, breaking down another week of PGA Tour action, outright picks here for OddsChecker.com/US. And our DraftKings contest last week was such a success, we figure we would run it back again. All you got to do to enter to win a free $100 from DraftKings is like this video. You do that for me anyway. Give me a sub to OddsChecker.com/US YouTube feed. So my outright picks videos, my props videos will drop right into your feed each week. And leave a comment. Tell us who you think is going to win the 2021 WGC Workday. The best odds available you're seeing on OddsChecker.com, and a Twitter handle. Your Twitter handle, of course. Congrats to RJ Murray, last week's winner, taking home that $100 to DraftKings. Happy somebody won. We did not. That was that stung. I didn't have this energy yesterday. I was beaten down, like I joked a couple times, like my Chargers, lost a close game, like they lose every close game at the end. That one real hurt. That one really hurt. That stung. I wanted it so bad for Tony. I wanted to win 3 in a row, but hey, my form should still be there. Back-to-back winners followed by a second place. Let's try to keep the ball rolling this week. WGC Workday at Concessions Golf Club, formerly in Chapultepec, Mexico. But we, in the COVID world, I guess felt it safer to keep everything stateside in the moment. I enjoyed Chapultepec, and I hope we can go back there. I also enjoyed Doral. I hope we could go back there. There's a man that's wanted both of those places. We're going to go back there. But we'll get there in just a moment. Starting this card off, there's some elite drift, in my opinion, this week, friends. Justin Thomas, 20-1. Starting this thing off at 20-1. JT, available at PointsBet. This odd is as low as 16-1 when using that odds checker grid. JT completely blew up at Riviera last week. I don't want to make excuses. There's kind of been a lot going on. I think we're all over the stuff off, sort of the controversy, but a death in the family last week. He might have been all out of sorts. Justin Thomas, however, he does not stay down for long, guys. The last 3 times he lost strokes to the field, he followed it up with 3 straight finishes inside the top 6. So Justin does not stay down for long. We will get it done. Last 3 times he lost strokes to the field, he followed up with a T6 finish. And WGC, 13 career wins for Justin, 8 of them in no cut events. So this is a perfect setup. We're back on Bermuda. Justin Thomas at 20-1. I don't know, just a couple weeks ago, it didn't feel we would be there, even at the Tournament of Champions, right at the start of the year. So this is where we are with Justin. I am excited to go to the wall with him this week. And he won't be the only 20-1 elite, super elite, not just elite, super elite that we're going to go to the wall with. Bryson DeChambeau. We were on Bryson last week. It did not go well. Certainly not. There is a lot of boomer bust when riding Bryson, but we are at an unknown. He won the 2015 USAM here, outdueling CT Pan. I'm not putting too much weight into that, but Bryson does have a great track record of enjoying courses he has had success at in the past. If there is a way to overpower this place, Bryson and a few of the other big boys at the top will certainly find that out. I'm willing to take my chances on Bryson. He was sorry, those are my Patrick Reed stats. I don't want to mix them up. We got to get going with Bryson. There's no one grinds harder. People making fun of him on the range after a miscut, it's like they're new to golf. That's what Bryson does. He 3-putted a PGA championship 2 years ago to miss the cut on the 18th green. He's on the range after. What does he do after that? He wins back-to-back FedEx Cup events. My only concern with this Bryson bet is he usually doesn't win until summer. Sometimes there's a bit of a buildup, but I believe Bryson is everything. I'm a Bryson super fan. As they continue to keep the number in this range or make it bigger, I plan to be there. Boom. I am super excited to be able to grab JT at 20-1 and Bryson at 20-1 using that OddsChecker grid this week. WGCs. We're not going to get a riffraff winner. The field is condensed. The great players win this. Top 20 in the world ranks. Like who wins the WGCs. Going outside of that feels kind of silly. Okay. Moving down the board. 31 to 1. That's the odds. FanDuel dropping a 31 to 1. There are 30s elsewhere. Patrick Reed. We are going to the wall here with Patrick. He is a short game wizard on a course that if things get tough and demand it, we know we can certainly depend on that. He is an elite field wizard. No one seems to love these WGCs more outside of a world of Tiger Woods and Dustin Johnson, who's quite dominant in these as well. He's won a WGC at Doral. He's won a WGC in Mexico. In fact, those were the two previous iterations of this WGC. We used to play this sucker at the Blue Monster in Doral. Then we moved it over to Mexico. Reed won both. I don't see why you can't win this one. If it plays tough, it sets up perfectly for Patrick. First strokes gained total around the green. First in strokes gained putting average at Torrey Pines. I think he's still motivated after his win. I'm in love with this pick. Patrick Reed this week. That's like a hard 3-man card. Like I'm in. I really like all three of these picks. I don't see a winner coming too much farther down. I might dabble in something tomorrow, and I'm going to give you another outright in a moment. I will say people like to sometimes be through the process. I was really wanted to make that Bryson pick happen. In the end, when it was time to hit submit, to put down that piece, and if you see the unit count, it's not going to be a small one on Bryson or on Hatton. I just couldn't do it. At 20 to 1, I had to go to Bryson. I had to go back. I might really regret that. Also, I said last week, if they could post Colin Morikawa 40 to 1 for the entire year, I'd bet it every time. 1 week later, I'm not betting it. I'm worried we're going to regret that, but that's just what we got to do. I'd rather go to the wall with Reed here. I would. And Victor Hovland. We had that Finau second. Hovland comes in, squeaks out that T5. His number this week is insane. I was hoping we could catch a Hovland. I can't bet Hovland at the same price as essentially like JT and Bryson right now. Seeing him at like 22 to 1. So I didn't mean to bring down the energy, but those are the guys, we bet them last week. So Hovland, Morikawa, and I really thought about Hatton. If you wanted to pivot to any of those places, you could be my guest. I will not be. I can't bet Finau this week. That's really hard and sad. But if he wins, I'd be ecstatic. And Fowler isn't here. So people who know me the best will know, well, that leaves one more F in the train that Fienberg can get a piece of. And anytime they put his odds around this number, I'm probably going to be a part of it. Although they'll probably do it again in a couple of weeks and you'll call me a liar because I won't be there. Tommy Fleetwood, 50 to 1. 50 to 1, Tommy Fleetwood in Florida. I don't care how strong the field is. I'm a Fleetwood fan. I'm a huge Fleetwood fan. I think he's got the total game, I guess in a North American sense, because he's won the biggest events in Europe. But, he's very Finau, finish line-esque. If he's going to cross the line anywhere, it's going to be in Florida. He's lost the Honda at the buzzer a couple times, has had some amazing rounds at the Players, really does love the Bermuda setups in Florida, the difficult tracks that they do possess, even if the wind picks up. Fleetwood's taking us to Sunday, friends. This 50 to 1 Fleetwood's taking us to Sunday. It is as low as 40 to 1 when using that OddsChecker grid, checking out some other outlets, staring at the grid in front of me. 50 to 1, Tommy Fleetwood in Bermuda. He's bringing that ticket to Sunday. I'm Geoff Fienberg. I'll be back tomorrow with my props. They were kind of successful last week. We had the Burns top 20 in that like 3.5 to 1 range. We had the Cam Smith top 20 in that 3.5 to 1 range. No, the Burns had to pay more than Cam Smith. Anyway, like the props usually do, when we don't win on the outrights, the props pay for them. And I'll be back tomorrow to give my props that will pay for these losing outrights. Love you guys. Be back tomorrow. Let's keep the hot streak. I'm out. You know what? I'm not out. We got to do the contest one more time. Wouldn't that have been silly? Okay. Like, because you do that for me. Sub, because you should already be doing that for me. And these can drop right into your feed each week. And leave a comment. Leave a comment. Who do you think is winning the 2021 Workday? Their best odds on oddschecker.com/US and your Twitter handle to win a $300 from DraftKings. We did this last week. It was a great success. Congrats to RJ Murray. Hopefully you're turning that 100 into times 10, and hopefully someone else will join you this week as we're giving out another 100 of DraftKings. Like, sub, leave a comment with the winner, with the best odds, and with your Twitter handle. Winner announced this weekend. I'm out. Let's catch another hot Sunday.